Hey guys! Today I'm gonna continue telling you about my English language learning journey, from beginner to advanced. In my previous video, I talked about my school years and passive skills, like reading and listening. You should probably check it out before watching this one. I'll put the link in the description down below. For the longest time, I lived under this delusion that reading books, watching TV shows and movies in English, listening to podcasts were enough, that I didn't need to practice speaking or writing. And the problems began when I tried to compose a comment, or message somebody, or maybe ask for something in a cafe or a shop. I moved to Cyprus in 2013. I was supposed to talk about speaking and writing today, about active skills. But my throat is a bit scratchy, so I'm gonna talk about writing this time. And I'm gonna make the third video about speaking. I'm really sorry, guys. I will talk about speaking next time, and I have a lot to say about this topic. Let's dive in! In 2017, my husband and I decided to take IELTS General, an English test. IELTS writing consists of two tasks. Task 1, a letter, 150 words, and task 2, an essay, 250 words. And you have 1 hour to complete both tasks. Well, there I was, a learner with practically non-existent writing skills. And I needed to do something with that. My preparation for IELTS deserves its own video. I joined an IELTS course to really get the theory of how to compose essays, and I wrote 46 essays and 16 letters in the period of 6 months. More than half of my sentences had to be error-free, so I focused on 3 major components: punctuation, grammar, and vocabulary. So, punctuation. First, I found out the rules on placing commas, capitalization, things like that. Jennifer Yassel has a wonderful video on this topic. It's a whole series of videos. You should definitely check it out. You can find my favorite websites with grammar rules and punctuation rules in my video about free resources for writing. I still use a tool called Phraseit every single day, to this day. Grammar. During my IELTS preparation, I was focused on eliminating, or at least minimizing, 3 of my most common mistakes: articles, subject-verb agreement, and prepositions. I devised my own strategy to minimize my mistakes, and you can find it explained in detail right here. Vocabulary. Definitely a topic for many of my future videos. Basically, there were 2 methods I used regularly, and they were active recall and spaced repetition. Active recall means that you're actively trying to remember, to recall a word or a phrase without looking it up. And spaced repetition means reviewing words and phrases on a regular basis. I used a flashcard program called Anki for this purpose, and handwritten notes. I got 7.5 out of 9 in IELTS writing in 2019, and then I began writing comments in English regularly in a Facebook group. I tried to help other students with their struggles. I did that for 6 months, and then I had a part-time job in that group as a community manager, and I wrote even more comments. I really tried to proofread every single message. I tried to implement new vocabulary. I tried to minimize the amount of mistakes I made. Apart from writing comments, I also tried to create opportunities for me to write more. Well, I had a journal for several months, and I wrote daily there. I wrote reviews on Goodreads and things like that. So I don't want to repeat myself. I talked about it in detail in my video on this topic, fun ways and tips on how to improve writing. Right now, I write comments on several platforms, including, but not limited to, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube. I also write scripts for my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and consider subscribing for more awesome language content.